Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Arababiah coming at you with a quick lesson from the Chicago camp. I titled this lesson simply Printed Food. I got this quick skit on TikTok where it was talking about how they're actually their goal is to print food. No longer will you get food like Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai intended for us to do, to go out and hunt it. Esau is considering himself God. He's going to print the food and it's going to be edible to eat. You know, that's where we at. That's his goal. You know, the scriptures talk about the wickedness of Esau and how the Lord's going to have to reprove him and correct him because, you know, he's going too far. So before I play that video, before I get that video on, I want to start with a quick scripture. I want to go to Isaiah chapter 50, and I want to start at verse 21. Esau believes that, when I say Esau, I'm talking about the government, the so-called white man. He believes that he's above the laws, the statutes, and commandments that the Lord left on the earth. He can do what he want to do. So anyway, Psalms chapter 50, verse 21, it says, the things that thou hast done, and thou hast kept silent. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one with thyself. But I will reprove thee, and I will set in order before thy eyes. So Esau thinks that it's okay, it's well and it's right, because he has this power to change the meat around, to change the food to his liking, where he's in control of everything. But if you notice in the scripture, the Lord said, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thy eyes. So the Lord's going to take and correct him on what he's doing, because this is just downright wickedness. Verse 22, it says, now consider this, that ye forgot God, lest I tear you into pieces, and there be none to deliver. So that's where he's headed, you know. This man is not going to be able to accomplish this new world order. The Lord's going to, right before he fill his belly, the Lord's going to correct him, you know, and he's going to be reproved. So anyway, let me play this video. Check this out.
A reality. Using a 3D printer, they print lab-grown steaks that are almost indistinguishable from meat in appearance, texture, and taste. Artificial steaks are already a reality.
Wow. So that was a quick video, but it said a lot in that, you know. This is where they're at. Who would think something to do like this? This is just perverted, you know. But this is where the so-called white man, the government, is at, because they want the power of the Most High. You know, the Lord gave them that great sword, so they want to take and use it to the fullest. Let's get that. Let's go to Revelations chapter 6, verse 4. It says, there went out another horse that was red. So that, you remember, this goes back to Genesis 25 and 25, where Esau came out red all over. It says, and power was given unto him that sat therein to take peace from the earth. Since they've been in power, has been nothing but confusion and chaos on the earth. It says, and it says, then they shall kill one another. And there is given unto him a great sword. So that sword is he has power to change the laws, to change the diets of people. He can affect the whole world because the Lord gave him that power. That's what it's saying right here. You know, and that's what he's doing. You know, everything's out of course. Everything's upside down because of the people that's in power. Let's get that. Let's go to Psalms chapter 82, verse 4. Verse 5, it says, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. So this is what's going on. Everything's out of course. Everything's upside down. Now keep in mind, back in the biblical times, in the beginning, we would just hunt for our meat. We would hunt it, we would skin it, and, you know, field dress it and use it for and put it over fire. Now they have it where they're gonna print it on a computer. That's just perverted. That's against the Most High. But these are the characteristics. The Bible gives you the characteristics of our enemy. Listen to this. Let's go to Psalms chapter 10. Let's start at verse 6. Listen to this. He has said in his heart that I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. And that's where he's been. He's been able to do what he want to do as of right now. But the Lord's going to change that. Verse 7, it says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud, and under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Well, that's what's going on. Everything he does is in deceit and fraud. He's going to tell you that this printed meat is good for you and that you could eat it and it's better than what the Most High had. Just deceit and fraud. It says he sitteth in lurking places. Verse 8 says he sitteth in lurking places of the villages. In the secret places does he murder the innocent, and his eyes are privily set against the poor. So where do you think that this meat's going to go to? It's not going up to the top elite. This is all designed and set up for the poor. So this is what this scripture is talking about. This precept right here is talking about, or should I say these precepts are talking about the so-called white man and his agenda that he has. So the earth mourns because of who's in power right now. Let's get that. Let's go to Proverbs 29. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, he that is being often reproved harden his neck, and shall suddenly be destroyed without remedy. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And that's what's happening. You think that the people that's going to be consuming this food are going to be happy? No, they're going to be sick. They're going to be in mourning. And that's what this is all about, is to oppress, is to be Lord over a certain people, and this is where this is going. We could, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to reveal, to the hopeful elect men, the secrets. And this is where we at, man. This is all being used to weaponize and to oppress. I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Rekakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom to next time, Lord willing. Shalom.